Okay, guys, I'm back, and this is the second episode of the podcast following Fariza. And guys, I think I was trying, I got a whole new level of appreciation for um, the professions in the film industry, particularly for people who are responsible for lighting. And before that, when I've heard that a person is like studying how to do lighting, I'll be told that I didn't appreciate it fully, okay? I didn't understand how it can be a whole, separate profession or subject until I tried to make this video sort of a little bit more, I don't know, more professional, a little bit of a better quality than my last one. And honestly, lighting is very hard, so appreciation, guys. And I don't know how the video is gonna look like, because at this point I just want to talk to you. I just want to do what I do best, and we'll figure things out along the way. Okay, maybe we'll try to record in natural lighting when it's gonna be daytime, but I'm in London, and this time of the year it's getting dark at 4 p.m, 4:30, so it's really hard to catch a light, and especially after work. So we'll see what we can do, okay? I promise you. But I actually decided this year that I don't want to wait for perfection until I'm going to release stuff, right? So I'm not gonna wait until I figured it out, like the perfect setting, the perfect lighting. Like we'll just keep going, uh, because I have a lot to say, and we'll figure things out along the way. So we're gonna be lean, we're gonna be agile. Let's do it together. Okay, anyway, I'm back now. I'm actually gonna close the window because there are sounds there, like wind. Goodness. I'm back now. London Fashion Week ended. So in the previous episode, I told you about how I got invited to London Fashion Week last year, and how consequently, is this the right word? I got invited to this year's Fashion Week as well. So I'm gonna tell you how it went. I actually wanted to record this episode sort of straight away, but I got sick. I got a cold, and I felt so terrible last several days. I canceled all of my plans. I canceled all my meetings on weekends because I was so tired, so exhausted, so emotionally exhausted as well as physically after those events. And I was just talking to my friend and telling that, you know what, I understand the celebrities now, and I understand why they don't allow people talking to them when they come to the places, to workplaces, and they don't allow new people to talk to them. And you hear the stories all the time, right? Like, oh, their staff told, like, you can't talk to this person, she's such a diva, he's so arrogant, so like not down to earth, like in their head, etc, etc. And I was like, okay, like I didn't have any opinion on that because I didn't really meet any celebrities, I think, except for Mayor of London, but it's another story. But you know what, like those celebrities, when they don't want to talk to you, it's not because they're rude or they hate like ordinary people. It's not that. Basically it happens because their whole life consists of constant change of impressions. So they go to new places all the time, they have new experiences all the time, they try new food all the time, they change their clothes all the time. And on top of that, they meet new people all the time. And anything new that happens in your life is stress. So when we talk about like the comfort zone, it's not a zone of comfort, it's a zone of familiarity. So when we say it's hard to get away from your comfort zone, we actually say it's hard to get away from the familiarity zone, because whatever, anything unfamiliar, anything new is a stress for our system, for our body, for our mind, right? So you can imagine that if you have like if you are in a line of work where you're constantly exposed to something new, you have a lot of stress. And when you don't have to do that, or you have an option to like limit or like preserve yourself in an environment and not talk to new people until you're in a position where you have to, when it's your job responsibility, you do that. That's the way you relax, right? So for example, like in a healthy amount, we actually want these new impressions, right? But in a limited amount. So like if you're a normal person and you have sort of like a corporate job, like an office job, and you tend to see the same people all the time, same environment all the time, when you have time off, you want to experience something new, something exotic, something different. You go to a new country, you want to change of atmosphere, you don't want to think about your job, you want to everything new, like adrenaline, stuff like that. And on the opposite for the celebrities, like when they expose everything new, they just want to, hide in their cave. They want to hide in their home, and not talk to anyone. And now, like as I said, like I fully understand that, because for the last, like, London Fashion Week ended on Tuesday, and after Tuesday I didn't want to see anyone. I didn't want to talk to anyone. I didn't even want to talk to like my closest friends or my family. I just literally wanted to be alone. I just wanted to like clean my room, honestly, and lie in bed and watch movies and just not speak to anyone, not communicate with anyone, because I was so exhausted. So yeah, and that's what I did. And also I had a sore throat, like maybe you can hear I still have a little bit of a sore throat. And I think because of all the stress, my immune system went down, so I actually caught cold, even though I'm not really like I don't catch cold easily. But I did this time. So it was a long introduction, but basically I want to say that if you see a celebrity and like a public person that doesn't want to talk to you in their private time, it's okay. Like they are not mean. It just means that they're out of energy. And if they're going to talk to you, their energy level is going to be like on a minus level. Not even like close to zero, it's going to be minus something on a scale, so that's fine. But back to the good stuff. So London Fashion Week this year was very successful for me. I basically attended a show every single day. So every single day I had some sort of event going on. So I had an Osahari fashion show, like pop-up store opening on Thursday. Then on Friday I actually didn't go to the show. I went to a Valentine's Day party, but it's another story. So I went to a party on Friday. Then I went to a Rachel show on Saturday. On Sunday I went to Fashion Scout show. On Monday I went to Montclair party. And oh my god, guys, there were so many celebrities on this Montclair party. Like, I saw personally Naomi Campbell, I saw Edward Enninful from Vogue, but also like afterwards I learned that Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber were there. Who else? Alicia Keys was there. Kanye West was there. It's like crazy, guys. And I had to leave early because I had to work another day, so I didn't stay like for the after party after 12. But I think like after party was crazy. It was a rave party, and that's crazy, right? And it was just amazing. Like this whole Montclair like show was so cool because there were a lot of exhibits going on. I think they were like AI created how do you call it, paintings, like pictures. I think they were AI created, and just like the whole vibe was really cool. Although it was very crowded though, like the queue was ginormous because it was actually a free event that you could just easily sign up for, so anyone could sign up for this event. And that's what I did. I just saw an ad somewhere on like Facebook, uh, and or Instagram, probably on Instagram, and I just signed and I came. It was really cool. And then I had the last sort of after party of one of the PR companies that organized a couple of those shows on Tuesday. And guys, you know what I realized? I realized how important it is to be able to go for things alone and like embrace loneliness and embrace being you and being able to go for things alone. You know why? Because when I was about to go to my first party on Thursday, I was so nervous because I was going there alone. So I had an invite with a guest, like a +1 invite, but my friend who I was supposed to go with was out of the country and my other friend couldn't make it. And I ended up going to this party alone, and I was so nervous before. I was like literally talking to my mom saying, how am I gonna go alone? Like I don't know anyone. And on the top like of not knowing anyone there, like I felt like an outsider. Like I what am I doing there, right? Like I don't have an elevator pitch. I can't like it just like in my head it was even weird to like introduce myself because I have nothing to do with the fashion, right? And I just felt that I'm gonna go there as a random person and it's gonna be ridiculous and it's gonna be so weird. And yeah, and I was just nervous to go there alone, like to an unknown place. And I think my mom said, you know what, like you have to start embracing going to places by yourself, because if you can't go to places by yourself, you will spend your life waiting for other people to accompany you. You will not live your life. You will not make your own decisions. You will just spend life waiting for others. And it sounded terrible, guys. It sounded like the worst. The worst perspective ever. And I was like, yeah, you know what, you're right. I'm going to embrace going places alone. And I actually realized that I did so many things by myself up to this point, right? I moved to a new country to myself. Every time you go to a new school, every time you start a program, every time you start something new, you start by yourself. And then gradually you find your people who are like-minded, who are on the same page with you, and you do stuff together. But before that, you have to go by yourself. There are going to be so many times when you don't have people who are on the same page with you, and so what? You're going to wait? You're not going to do what you have to do because there is nobody else? Like, that's just funny, right? That's silly. So I went alone, right? And I went in a great mood, had a great outfit. I went there and I came in and just started to talk to people. And suddenly I met two girls who actually live in the same area as I am. And we have so much in common. And one of them is how do you call it? Starting designer. Like she wants to become a designer. One of the other girls actually works in the same field as I am. But on the side, she does like influencing travel, fashion related stuff. And we just hit it off instantly. And then I just felt amazing and just started to talk to people and just met so many amazing people there. And then I talked to the designer and it was just so much fun. And in the end, I in the end we actually went for dinner together, me, the girls, and also a couple that we met there who are in marketing industry. So they're actually a very interesting couple. They came to the UK to, so they're, both of them are from China, but the girl is British. So they actually came to the UK to sort of like start building connections between Chinese and British market to promote their brands. So I think that was very, very exciting to hear about like what they do. And they're just like super cool people, and I just met this really cool people, and I felt, oh my god, it's just so nice to meet people who are interested in the same thing that you are and do this, like, I don't know, like having fun in the same places. But you know when it happens? You meet people who are like you only if you embrace who you are and embrace being by yourself, embrace celebrating your own interests, because otherwise you will just spend your time adjusting to other people's interests and hobbies, and you will lose yourself. And like you will never meet people who are like you, because you don't even behave like you, right? You try to adjust to other environments, you try to adjust to other, like, not even to others' perceptions of you. You try to adjust to the perception in your head that you have of yourself, of how you should behave to be like cool, to be accepted, to be, I don't know, in demand, whatever. And that's weird. So we just basically create those limiting environments for ourselves just because we're too scared. We're too scared to be alone. I was too scared to be alone. So, but I'm not anymore, I guess. Anyway, I think I'm going to the other direction, maybe because I had a cold last couple of days, and when I'm a little bit sick, I tend to become philosophical. But let's go back to the Fashion Week. The point is that I came to this first event absolutely alone, and I knew no one. And then I just kept going and going, and like every single day, I met so many amazing people and made new friends. And in the end, the funny thing happened that, so my friends were like watching my stories that I posted on Instagram, and one of my friends messaged me and asked like how I get invited to those shows, right? And I just explained to him that the same thing that I told you guys like last week, that I just RSVP to this official I just RSVP to those emails that they post on London Fashion Week website, and that's basically it. And that's how I get invited, right? So actually on the day, like, one of my other friends messaged me, and I think they RSVP'd to one of the parties, and my friend asked me like, are you, by any chance, are you gonna be there as well? And I said, yeah, I'm gonna be there, so cool. Gonna see you soon. And I got there earlier, and just I was like hanging out and talking to people. And again, like, I went to this party and I wasn't even sure that I wanted to go to this party, because as I said to you, I was emotionally like overwhelmed at this point. Like, it was just too much of new stuff going on, and people were dressed up so brightly, so boldly, which is really cool. But when you see so many bright colors, bright pieces every single day, your head explodes. And then you meet so many new people, and all of them are like, each of them is a personality, you know, of their own, which is great but also overwhelming. And it's like you are overwhelmed by all these impressions, all these new things, and you're so exhausted. So I didn't want to go to this last party. But the funny thing happened that several people that I met throughout this London Fashion Week texted me and asked me, Fariza, are you going? Are you gonna be there? Are you gonna be on this after party? And this was so funny for me, because as I told you, on the first day I had no one to go with. I knew no one. I felt so intimidated to go there alone. But by the 5th day, there were, I don't know, like 5 people who messaged me and asked, if I'm going to this party. And I decided to go. Of course I decided to go because now I didn't just want to go to the like random fashion party, random fashion event. I wanted to go and see my friends that I made during this week. So I came there, and that was so crazy because I went there and everyone like just started greeting me, and I was just talking to someone, and then someone said, "Hey Fariza, how are you?" Blah blah blah. And suddenly I was there and actually knew a lot of people there. And my friends came over to me, so she came later. She came over and said, "Hey, how are you? Oh my god, it seems like you know everyone here." Like, and I'm like, I guess so. It definitely seems like that. But the funny thing is that I didn't know any of those people 5 days before. And over the course of 5 days, I literally felt like the most popular person on this party because I knew everyone. I had the best time. We had like inside topics, inside jokes. Like, that was crazy. And when I realized that if I stayed like scared, intimidated on this first day of the fashion week, if I didn't go just because my friends couldn't make it, just because I was too embarrassed to go alone, just because it was weird to go alone to the event or like just be alone, this journey would never happen to me. And I want you guys to realize that whatever road you're going to take, whatever like project you're going to start, whatever like on whatever mission you are on, you are going to be scared. But what I want you to do, I want you to be scared and still do that. Don't wait for the moment when you are not scared anymore. This moment is never gonna come. You have to be scared, but you still have to continue doing things. Be scared and do stuff. Be sad and do stuff. Be embarrassed and still do what you have to do. Because that's how life works. Life is not gonna wait for the perfect moment for you to be in the best shape, in the best mood, in the best mental state. No! You're gonna be in the worst state. You're gonna be in the worst shape. You're gonna look awful, feel awful, but you still have to go and do what you have to do because that's what life is, because that's how you seize your opportunities, and that's how you succeed in life and accomplish what you were born to accomplish. And I really hope this message goes through to you. There is never gonna be a perfect moment for anything, so you just have to do that. Okay, so I guess this wrap ups my London Fashion Week experience. Honestly, that was the experience, and I got a whole new respect for people who work in the industry, because it's definitely like, it looks very glamorous, but in its essence it's a professional event, and people who go there, like, they take it very seriously, and it's not easy to do it like every single day for even for 1 week. But then, like, there is New York Fashion Week, there is Milan Fashion Week, there is Paris Fashion Week, and like a lot of people that I met during London Fashion Week, they flew to Milan and they're having fun there right now, or work there right now. So I hope they're doing great.